The Resilience Across Borders podcast is intended for education, support, and inspiration. I am not a psychologist or a medical doctor and do not offer any professional, medical, or health advice. If you are dealing with or suffering from any psychological or medical conditions, please seek help from a qualified health professional. Hello and welcome back to Resilience Across Borders podcast. I am your host, Rashid Zahidi, and in today's episode, we will talk about embracing timeless wisdom and revitalizing important life principles and mottos. Basically, keeping them fresh in our minds and remembering what matters as opposed to getting attracted to the distracting flavors of the day, flavors of the week, or flavors of the month, and so on, or just consuming new content or new ideas, but really losing sight of what really matters and what's important. And these are like the basics and also basis or base for everything else. So life principles and mottos are like guiding stars, providing direction and purpose in our journey through the complexities of life. Yet, amidst, of course, the hustle and the bustle of modern living, it's easy to lose sight of these timeless truths. And again, because there's so many buzzwords, so many new buzz things, new ideas and whatnot, shiny new objects. But some of the main principles have been the same for a long time. So rediscovering and revitalizing these principles can lead to profound personal growth, resilience, and fulfillment. And again, through consistency. So we eliminate a lot of the confusion and again, a lot of being attracted to the new shiny objects. So these should be always kept in mind, should be top of mind, should be refreshed, should be driven into your mind, should be driven into your unconscious, should become second nature, and should become, as I mentioned, guiding stars, guardrails about making sure that we stay on track. So here are some strategies and practical examples to help you reconnect with and to embrace essential life principles and mottos, so to say. So number one, reflect on your core values. Take time to reflect on your core values and beliefs that serve as the foundation of your identity and guide your decisions and actions. So identify these principles, identify the principles that resonate deeply with you, such as honesty, integrity, compassion, resilience, or gratitude, and so on. Like for me, like some of these are like almost go without saying, but we cannot forget them. So they have to stay top of mind and again, the forefront of everything. But then there is all these other core values and principles. But I like them to be more core behaviors, right? Not just ideas in the mind. So consider how these values align with your goals and how they align with your aspirations and how they align with the kind of person you strive to be. Going further into it, let's talk about some practical use. You can create a values-based vision or vision board if you're one of these visual people that likes to look at something in front of you the whole time. For me, words are enough written down and reminders, affirmations, mottos, and things like that. Or journal to visually represent your core values and aspirations. So you can include images, you can include quotes, you can include affirmations that embody these values and serve as daily reminders. And make sure you see them every day. Make sure you repeat them every day. You do whatever way you learn, however you make things stick. Everybody's different. Make sure you do that. It may be sticky notes. Speaking of stick, something that sticks. It may be you put them in front of your mirror. It may be that you review them every day by reading them or by recording them and listening to them. There's so many different ways you can do it. So just know how you learn. And sometimes it's all of the above, right? So just so you leave no chance for you forgetting them. The more you do this, the more they're driven into your mind, they're driven into your unconscious, and they just start coming up naturally. So practice daily reflection or journaling to assess whether your actions and choices align with your core values. Check in with yourself check in with your gut, do a little bit of inventory check. And then you can do that in the morning, in the evening, or both. But anything is better than nothing or just sleepwalking through life, right? So adjust your behavior or priorities accordingly to stay true to your principles. Another strategy is to cultivate a growth mindset. And that means embrace that ability to be flexible and to learn and not to be stuck in old ways that don't serve you anymore. To double check what is it that you may be doing or believing that doesn't either is no longer true or has never been true or doesn't serve you and so on. So embrace a growth mindset that emphasizes the belief in the power of effort, in the power of learning, in the power of resilience to overcome challenges and to achieve personal growth. Instead of just protecting your ego, staying in your shell, being afraid of being wrong, or being afraid of getting out there in the arena and getting your butt kicked. So embrace setbacks and failures as opportunities for learning and growth rather than as indicators of inadequacy or defeat. So cultivate self-awareness, cultivate curiosity, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone to pursue continuous improvement and mastery. To put it again to practical use, you can set specific achievable goals that challenge you to stretch beyond your current capabilities and encourage growth. Break down larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks to maintain momentum and celebrate incremental progress, one foot in front of the other, one step at a time, one day at a time, right? You get the idea. And also seek feedback from trusted mentors, peers, or coaches to gain insights into areas for improvement and identify learning opportunities. Just embrace constructive criticism as valuable feedback for growth and development. Do not shy away from that feedback, right? If you're inside the bottle, you can't read the label. So sometimes we need someone from outside. Again, key word here, trusted, someone who's actually knows what they're talking about, right? Not just people who just like to shoot the breeze, right? Another strategy to include is to practice mindfulness and presence. Here I go again, talking about the body. Cultivate mindfulness and presence in your daily life by grounding yourself in the present moment and cultivate an awareness of your thoughts, cultivate an awareness of your feelings, and cultivate an awareness of your surroundings, opportunities, challenges, and so on and so forth. So practice mindfulness, meditation, deep breathing exercises, mindful movement practices to quiet the mind, reduce stress, and to enhance overall well-being. So embrace the beauty and the richness of life's moments by savoring simple pleasures and cultivating gratitude for the present. And then, that kind of, you build on that and it just puts you in a winning mood and in a winning mentality. To give a couple of manners of practical use, incorporate mindfulness practice into daily routines, such as mindful eating, mindful walking. Like when you're walking, pay attention to what's around you, right? Pay attention to whatever you're noticing, you're looking at. Mindful eating also allows you to enjoy, but also allows you not to overeat. For example, mindful breaks throughout the day to pause and center yourself amidst the busyness, allow you to think clearly, allow you to think better, allow you to step away from problems and come back to them with a fresh mindset, for instance. Even if it's just pausing for 1 minute and paying attention to your thoughts, to your feelings, or just your state of mind. Again, so you're not sleepwalking through your day and you're not sleepwalking through your life. You can create mindfulness reminders or cues, such as I mentioned, placing sticky notes with uplifting quotes or symbols, or just signals to you and to your brain, to your being, to your unconscious. You can put this in visible locations to prompt moments of mindfulness and reflection. Again, it can be the mirror, it can be in front of your desktop, it can be in many different places. Another important one is to foster meaningful connections. Connections are very important. Prioritize meaningful connections and relationships with others, recognizing the profound impact of social support and also the impact of the influence, the impact of the empathy and belonging in general. So there is a big impact of this belonging on your overall well-being and your overall fulfillment. So invest time in and energy in nurturing authentic connections with friends, with family, with colleagues, and community members. Of course, be selective. I always say this, be selective, be around the right people. You don't have to be tied to the people that are just anchors or negative or just bringing you down, or they're just not uplifting, right? So practice active listening, practice empathy. This is part of those building those connections, and kindness in your interactions, fostering deeper connections and mutual understanding. And now again, a couple of ways for practical use is you can schedule regular quality times with loved ones, such as family, and you can schedule dinners, you can schedule game nights or outdoor activities to strengthen bonds and to create lasting memories. Remember, if it's important, it should go on the calendar. And again, time with meaningful relationship, key relationships, get it on the calendar if it matters to you. And you can engage also in acts of kindness and service towards others. Again, it's part of building connections, but it's also you end up actually receiving more than you give, whether through volunteering, mentoring, or simply offering a listening ear or a helping hand. So cultivate a sense of connection and contribution to something greater than yourself. So, by embracing these strategies and practical examples, you can revitalize important life principles and mottos, enriching your journey with purpose, resilience, and fulfillment. Remember that personal growth is a continuous journey of self discovery, a continuous journey of transformation, and each step towards embracing timeless wisdom brings you closer to living a more meaningful and authentic life. As always, thank you for tuning into the Resilience Across Borders podcast. If you are enjoying this podcast and finding it helpful to you, please let us know so we can continue to do this. And also, you can follow the blog posts and new episodes as they get added at this URL at resilience.com. All one, no spaces or anything. ATRESILIENCE at resilience.com. Remember to be kind to yourself and others and stay resilient.